If I mention the word rabies, I think most people would have an image in their mind of this very aggressive dog with large amounts of drool coming from its mouth, snarling teeth, and attacking everything in sight, which is not a bad image if we think of the furious form of rabies. In the world, approximately 50 to 60,000 people die every year from rabies infections. In the United States, we have very few people die. And the sad thing about that is most of them never realize they've been exposed to the virus. In order to be infected with rabies, you have to come in contact with an animal that has the disease, and we get it from the saliva of that animal. So most people would be bitten by the animal, but you could just come in contact with the saliva and have a cut in your skin, and the virus gains entry to the body that way. There are basically two forms of the disease, as we've mentioned earlier. The furious form, in which we have very aggressive animals that will attack anything. But the other form of the disease is what we refer to as the dumb form or the paralytic form of the disease. And this particular form of the disease is not uncommon in our farm animals, such as cattle or sheep or goats or horses. And this form of the disease a lot of times will mimic a digestive problem in the animal. Cattle may have a little bit of bloat. They may drool a little bit. A lot of times people will think that the animal has something caught in its throat, and the next thing we know, we've got the mouth open, we're examining this mouth, maybe running our hand down their throat, try to find that object, when all along the animal has rabies and we're being exposed to that virus. The other thing is a lot of them will appear to be constipated, having problems defecating or urinating. Anytime you have an animal that is acting a little bit off, maybe a little bit in a stupor, you think this animal acts like it's a little bit dumb, be fearful that the animal could have rabies, and you need to get your veterinarian involved. There is no treatment for rabies. It's usually always fatal. But I would like to suggest to you that if you have show animals or horses, these would be very good candidates to vaccinate for rabies also. If you'd like more information about rabies, if you will go to sunup@okstate.edu.